Okay, here's your standard run from Sunday. Your standard run from Saturday was the one where you walked him off the course, so I didn't analyze that one. So, and I'll have to figure out how much to see how much you guys paid me and make sure you didn't overpay. That was a tricky part in there. There he goes. Okay, not too bad, Jimmy. Okay, so this part here was pretty tricky, and it's trickier if you don't have an independent dog walk, meaning you have to sort of stay with your dog at the dog walk. But there were some things that you could have done. You could have had your outside arm up this whole time that you're running to this jump. Okay, that would have clued him in that that something is happening and that you're not just running forward to that jump. So you could have had your outside, you put it up now, but he's already in the air, so can't do anything about where he's going to land, how he's going to take that jump, or anything. So he lands straight and he lands long. Because the last thing he saw was you just running forward. So here he is taking off and you're just running forward, okay? So the arm needed to come up way sooner, okay? And if you had an independent dog walk and you could have driven ahead, then you could have, while he was still on the dog walk, then this turn would have been easier. But so you have to fight harder for those cues when you can't leave him on the dog walk. So he just keeps going because that's what you cued him to do. Now your turn, but now he's like, oh geez, and he doesn't like to be wrong. See, he's gonna think that that was his fault. So you get him back, and then you you traveled a little too far yourself, so now you're calling him back, and so he's slowing down to a trot now because he's confused about what he's supposed to do. Okay, now that wasn't too bad, but you just needed to move out of it. You watch him take the jump, and you just stand there. Just do this right here, and just move, okay? See how you're stalling out there. Just go. Get out of the way. And see, now he's all caught up to you. Now here, I think it looks there to me like you thought you were supposed to go to the tire and you sort of forgot that you had to turn to the table. So I'm not going to comment on that. But see how his nose is down to the ground, he's trotting because you were cueing him to here, and then you clapped your hands and said, oh no, we're going this way. He's very sensitive to that sort of thing. And I know that you just sort of lost your place for a minute, and it's not like you did that on purpose, but just pointing that out. Okay, now this next part, I know why you did a front cross before the A-frame, but it probably would have been better to do one at the bottom of the A-frame because you have to sort of work the teeter, which is fine, most people do, and then they're jumping this triple, so they're going to take the triple with a lot of extension, and then this was a straight line to this next jump. So lots and they're just driving through this part. But watch your motion, okay? And watch where you're going in relation to your dog. And remember that he needs to know he's coming this way, the stride before he takes off. So here's the stride before he takes off. This is when he needs to know that he's turning. And look at what you're doing. You rotate now, but he's in the air. There's nothing he can do about it. So he's going to land straight. He's actually landing, he's jumping this jump a little bit like that. So he lands that way. And then he goes wide over there because that, and now he's trotting. So, okay, we're seeing a common theme here. So what I would have done here is I wouldn't have done my front cross here. I would have done it on the bottom of the A-frame because that would have allowed you to, from the teeter, come this way, make sure you cue that jump, and immediately go this way. But instead, you had too much motion this way. And so he, and then he got kind of bungled up there. But see, you could have come and, like, as he's coming down, done a front cross real easily right now. And it would have cued that other part a lot better. Okay, now, you are in the habit, you don't do this all the time, but you run right up to the tire, and you let him take it long, and then you clap your hands and move in the new direction. I want to break you of that habit, okay? I don't even think you should clap your hands with this dog. It's too much for him. Just show him where to go with your motion, okay? So you get him off the A-frame, you tell him to hup. Think about doing a lateral send here. That's all you're doing. So you tell him hup over the tire and you show him where to go. Don't worry about clapping your hands. He's going to come with you, okay? But let's watch it again. You kind of run up to the tire, you almost stop, and then you move in the new direction. See? He didn't know where to go. He needs to know before he takes the tire that he's coming this way. And here you are again clapping your hands. Just stop clapping your hands. Okay? He doesn't need the hand clap. Either he can make the weave entry or he can't make the weave entry, and your clapping your hands isn't going to have anything to do with it. And my guess is that that clapping hands thing is a habit that you sort of don't even know that you do it, but I'm going to start to get on you about it. Okay? Good boy. And here again at the weaves, the end of the weaves. Right here, you should have just moved that way. As soon as you see he's clear of those poles, but you actually you kind of go like this. And this dog is so honest, Jimmy. He's going to do exactly what you tell him to do. So you went like this, so he went like this, okay? And when he was coming out of this last pole, if you would have just gone like this, he would have had a really, really nice turn there. And you wouldn't have had to clap your hands there. But you didn't need to anyways. Okay, good job.